Oh, you're back, Chris.
Yes, I am.
How did it all go for you?
I have to go back up at 3. There are people in meetings. I couldn't. I was just.
Who was your guy in a meeting with?
I think it's a comedy department meeting.
Oh, okay. Well, you can't get bigger than that.
No,
it's the whole department.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I saw everyone there. I found something different than Earl about the wartime stuff. I see that the U.S. has never gone a decade without a war, and the only time the United States has gone 5 years without a war was during the Great Depression. We weren't in wartime from 35 to 40.
It really took us a war to get us out of the Great Depression.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, they started to say, war's good for the economy. That last war wasn't good for the economy.
No, it sure wasn't. Not when you're borrowing so much.
Yeah, one thing, you know, money's cheap these days, I like to say.
Because we don't make the things that we go to war. You know what I mean? Like we're not.
Oh yeah,
we're outsourcing too much.
Yeah, I guess there's some truth to that. Although it's still the defense business is still a very, very big business.
True, but like are we making our own uniforms or like all the things that went into the economy that stimulated the economy for war? Are we doing all those same things here in this country? Probably not.
I honestly don't know where uniforms come from. I have
It
no
should
idea.
be U.S.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be weird.
I know that we don't make flags. We don't make American flags. Earl, would you be willing to go over there as a photojournalist?
I think
photography is your number one thing.
I think that would be very exciting.
Yeah.
Just to be in the action, just to capture the madness.
Capture the rapture. Unfortunately,
madness.
you don't even take good pictures of our guests.
There's no way Earl would last as a wartime photographer if I speak.
I disagree.
If I speak too loudly in his ear, he freaks out.
Try it at some point today, okay? Let's just see how he.
Yeah.
Just give him a big kablooey, and I think he can. Now, do you have a favorite wartime picture or a favorite wartime photographer?
I can never say his name. It was French. It was Henry Cartier. He took shots, I think, during I forgot which war.
Boy, he doesn't know the guy's name or what picture.
Bresson. Henry Cartier Bresson. He took shots, and then the shot of.
Let me see a couple.
And then there was the raising of the flag at Iwo Jima. That's the most iconic, I think.
Yeah, but that they said was a staged fucking thing, and they shot it twice. That's not what I call a photojournalist. You know what I mean?
I would say Kappa, Robert Kappa.
What's his big deal?
I think he did World War I.
Earl can't be in the trenches.
Why not?
I think his stomach's too queasy. And the bombs exploding, and the bullets. He can't disassociate himself enough.
Eric in New Jersey.
Hey, Ron, how you doing? The first part's based on what I heard on the news, so it may be fake news, but they said those drones, $180 million each.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they are jet planes.
Yeah.
And then the second part you were saying about the Depression,
yeah.
There's a lot of people, and I don't subscribe to any of it, that say that they just want to go into war with Iran to prop up the economy and make bullets and planes and blankets and all. And me, I'm like, sit it out, but now they shot our drone down in international waters. You can't let that stand. You got to go bitch slap somebody for that one.
It's just that we're not all that bitch slappy these days. You know what I mean? Like, if it was a matter of going in and bitch slapping like we all thought the last one was going to be, I think people would be a little more for it. But we just know that these things go on forever and ever. They cost trillions of dollars. But yeah, you can't let somebody shoot down your drone plane. We're in a weird situation.
Earl, look up Kappa, the Spanish Civil War. That's like probably his like most famous photo.
Now, the Spanish Civil War was one that some people believe the Hearst Corporation was behind it to sell newspapers.
Oh, shit.
That they were behind, yeah.
That's the fallen soldier. It's a pretty like
that's a great picture.
Iconic photograph.
Earl could take a picture like that easy.
I don't know, man.
You don't think so?
He's going to be dodging bullets left and right. He's not going to be able to handle it.
I think Earl is going to get the modern day version of the Napalm Girl.
That was the Vietnam. Why are you saying boo? You just said boo in my ear.
See, nothing bothers him.
Nothing.
Nothing bothers him. You got fucking busted, dude.
He fucking freaks out if I whisper into his fucking ear. So he's it's all fucking act.
Everything's an act?
Everything with Earl.
Hey, Travis in Richmond.
I was wondering why he was trailing.
Ronnie B, $1 million.
Yeah. Million.
Hey, was calling to let you know I watched a documentary last night called How to Survive Prison with Danny Trujillo.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying that the military's uniforms and helmets are being produced by federal prisoners for 32 cents an hour. So I don't see how that's really going to stimulate the economy.
Okay.
Oh, I
Yeah.
had no idea that.
Yeah, the documentary The 13th says that also, about how prisoners are making everything from uniforms to plates to lingerie and Little League uniforms.
They can't wear Little League uniforms. We're gonna look silly.
But you know that that woman who helped the prisoners escape. Remember that whole thing was about her basically running a sweatshop.
Yeah.
I mean, guys were sweating.
Yeah. It's hot as hell.
I don't think I do good at sewing. It's always confused me.
It's trickier than you would think. It is definitely it's a difficult skill. I've never mastered it.
I can't pull off that straight line thing.
Yeah. And like the thread getting caught and it just like eats up in the machine. Forget
Yeah, I'd
it.
be done. I go, we need a new machine.
This is done. This is crap.
Hey, Greg. Greg, you're on the Bennington show. Yeah,
Ron, how are you, bud?
good, man.
Hey, I want to correct you on the Iwo Jima thing because I know you've said it before that it was staged. It
Yeah.
really wasn't. There was the original raising of the flag. And then what happened was it created such a ruckus on the beach that an admiral and a general and the head of the Navy came up and said, I want that flag as a souvenir. The Marines that raised it said, fuck that, that's our flag. So they sent runners down to get another flag to raise it.
That sounds pretty bad, too.
So,
but it's this pig.
the Secretary of the Navy wanted it, and
here's
they
the
said,
thing,
no,
Ray.
we're not getting it.
It has to do with this picture. Go to Snopes on it and see what they have to say. But
No,
the picture
they're
itself,
wrong. What?
I heard, was not the original
Right.
raising of the flag.
Interesting.
Now, the remember after 9/11, we had the firemen sitting there and all.
Yeah.
And that was like a beautiful picture, except for one guy said he felt like he looked fat.
Can you take it again?
Yeah, he was like, I'm not comfortable with this picture. I don't normally sit that way. I was exhausted.
I would have said, okay, let's take it again, but I don't want to be on the end, is
Yeah.
what I would say.
Now, Greg,
Yeah.
where did you, how did this thing get so confused back and forth? Of what
Well,
happened?
it got confused. It got confused because there was two raisings, neither of them staged. So what got them confused was some of the guys that did the original raising were still on the top of the mountain at the time the second raising happened. So when they saw the second raising and the photographer took the picture of it, they were questioning everybody, hey, who raised the flag?
Right.
And no one really knew which raising they were talking about.
All
So that's how, over the years, different players, different soldiers got put in the picture. They got misidentified. And it only came out about, I think, in 2016 that they finally firmly identified all of the actual raisers in the second famous photo.
All right, Chris, do you have any information on it?
I haven't.
Snopes doesn't handle this?
Snopes. It is
I'm
not
very
Snopes.
shocked.
I'm finding there's a CNN article I'm going through.
All right, thanks, Greg. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, Ronnie.
Bye. David in Tennessee.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Earl, I love you, buddy, but you faint at tough questions. There's no way you could put up with bombs and bullets.
I think you could. What do you think, Earl?
I'm pretty sure I could handle it. I'm very sure I can handle it.
You don't think that's like a high stress situation and you could be prone to fainting like you just
I
mentioned?
think the adrenaline rush would be
Fainted
incredible.
while having dessert.
Well, yeah, because I had a sinus condition at that particular time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe what happens if you have a sinus condition when the bullets are flying?
Yeah, I think adrenaline would take over. It's
I
just the
agree
rush
with
of that. The rush of just Everything's
being out
sailing
there
around.
like I'm fucking getting the shot of a lifetime. Do we have to worry about you going native though, and kind of being with the enemy, stuff like
Going
that?
rogue?
Yeah, just going out there on your own in a very apocalypse now type of
Yeah.
way, where he's taking the pictures, but there's no film in there.
Coming out of
Be
the
Dennis Hopper.
So I'm reading that Greg's story was completely false. This is according to CNN.
Yeah.
And that the picture that we all know, it was a second flag being raised, and there were multiple photographers on the hill. And this photo was taken. This was the second photographer. There was a photographer already taking a picture of this, but then there was another photographer who took this version of the picture, the one we all know, and that's the one that was That's
Now,
the
why did
famous
they
one.
raise that flag though? The important thing is, the way I had heard it is that somebody had raised the flag, and then he said, "Oh, we should have got a picture. Hey, you guys raise the flag, and we'll get the picture of you raising it." And that's when what
Right.
I would say is staged. All right, let me see this. Fezzy sent this in. The most recent time there was no war going on, no bombs dropped, no bullets fired, never went to war during Jimmy Carter's administration. Of course, there was the hostage crisis.
Right.
So we had Americans captured, and I remember, Earl, didn't some helicopters go down? And
Yeah, they tried a rescue operation.
yeah, and the helicopters never even got. They hit a sandstorm and they went down.
Okay.
And that made a lot of Americans going, "We can't fucking do anything. We shouldn't be in the war business." A lot of people, obviously Vietnam had just happened and we were at our most anti-war. Anti-war was almost like fucking mainstream at that point.
Right.
But then once Ronald Reagan was able to go in and defeat Grenada, a small island that didn't know that they were in war, that started to amp us up. Like,
Sure.
we're fucking good at war. Look at fucking Grenada. It's like we get with men's soccer.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like, we can win a small one and we think that we're great. Stanley in Missouri.
Hey, Bennington, how's it going?
Good, man.
Calling about the uniforms and stuff. I don't know who manufactures them. My son said they use multiple different ones, but he just went through basic. And crazily enough, they actually make our soldiers pay for their own uniforms, boots, everything.
You're
I thought
kidding
they
me.
had to pay for the dress blues, but
No,
not for-
he had to pay for his fatigues, everything. They give you an advance when you first get to basic, and they take it all right back to pay for fatigues, socks, boots,
they're
underwear.
like a
everything
record
he got.
company with a band's first album.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, it's messed up. They volunteer to defend the country and then have to pay for everything.
Well, you know us, dude. We support the troops. That's the big American way. Why don't they all
Yeah,
get a
they'll
Kickstarter
pay
going
for
to get extra
uniforms.
bullets and maybe a helmet? Thanks, Stanley. I appreciate it.
Man, I did not know that. That's really, really insane.
Brian in Georgia.
Hey, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Remember back in the days, you told Earl to take a sexy picture of Lily,
Yes.
and he couldn't do it.
Why
How is he going to take a picture in a war zone if he can't take a picture of a hot chick in a studio?
Now, you remember that when you were taking that picture of Lily, right?
Yeah.
Because you wanted to be a fashion photographer then. Now, this was a cheesecake picture. It was not
Okay.
nudity or pornography.
Right. A little shoulder, perhaps?
Well, a little more than that. I'm sure if you put up Earl's picture of Lily, it'll pop up. And there were a lot of people who thought Lily was more attractive than that picture. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
I
They
thought it
didn't
was a
think-
good picture of her.
They didn't feel it captured her
Oh, there
essence.
it is right there. There were a lot of people who thought,
I think that's a beautiful picture,
I
actually.
like it too. A lot of people thought it came off a little too boyish.
Interesting. I feel like perhaps what they're referencing is what makes the photograph great.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the black
was
underwear, black background could have been a little
It
issue.
looks like she's cut in half.
Yeah, that's the only issue I have is that perhaps she does seem like she's severed in the butt section. But
Gruesome.
otherwise, I think it's a pretty nice photo. And you took this photo?
I took it, yes.
Okay. And at first, you felt like you couldn't handle the pressure of.
No, it was the first time I was
sexual
ever
moment?
in a studio, like a studio
Oh,
setting.
it had nothing to do with the.
And I was in a
near
studio
nudity.
setting, and it was
And
just
that's
like just
harder to shoot there than it is in a war zone.
Yeah, that's true. The stress
He was,
of the.
he was too busy ogling her. I think that was. his
no.
problem.
I was.
That's a good. I like the picture. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, I think she looks beautiful.
I'm proud of the
Nice.
shot. I'm still proud of the shot.
Did she like it?
She didn't like it at all.
Oh no.
Really?
She didn't like any of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I was like, he looked fantastic.
You were like that fashion photographer that everybody's mad at now.
Terry Richardson.
Yeah.
But creepier than Terry Richardson.
No, he's a world-class creep. Thank you very much.
He's a great photographer.
welcome.
He's a fantastic photographer, but an awful human being.
But do you feel like you need to
Wow.
be creeped to get the creep shots?
Well,
You
with
need
him,
the creep eyes.
he also has to be naked with everyone else.
Which is not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people do that.
Movie sets.
The guy Tunic or whatever his name is.
Spencer Tunick.
Yeah, he's been naked for pictures, and people are like, oh, that puts us at ease. You
No,
might have
but-
to be naked if you're going to be a wartime photographer.
No, but
Oh, you can
I've
take that down, Nora.
I've seen way too many shots of that man naked, and in his books where he's just, everything's hanging out, and I'm like,
So?
You love that.
no, not at all.
All right, Rachel in PA feels like she has the answer to the flag question. Hey,
I kind of do. I'm a big fan of you and Gail.
Thank you.
My grandfather-in-law was actually there, and basically it was a king of the hill moment. These the Marines that were there had lost thousands and thousands of men trying to get up this hill, and when they finally reached the summit, they planted the flag, and they were like, "We have won."
yeah, that's not what happened, though. I mean, it wasn't the summit, and it wasn't total. I thought it was more of a beach. We were just starting to say we're taking our thing. It's not like they had wiped them out or anything.
Yeah, it was like a beach, not
Yeah.
necessarily a
When
hill.
Well, they had taken that territory, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, when that flag went up, I'm reading is that the Japanese were still there. They were firing. They were pissed. They were firing in the air, like angry that there was a fucking flag on top of that hill.
Man, they get mad about it.
absolutely.
The Japanese get mad about fucking everything, man.
Just gotta chill out.
Yeah. There's enough island here for everybody.
Yeah.
Unlike your island of Japan.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, Rachel. All right, we got that wrapped up then.
And I just sent to Earl the first picture of the first flag raising, which I'd never seen before, actually.
Oh, I'm excited to see this.
It's in your email, Earl.
Not higher up?
No,
on
not
the
a
same
Google
page
image,
that he's
no.
on now. Chris, tell everybody how they can get tickets to the two Unmasked that were announced today.
For the Anthony Jeselnik Unmasked, which is happening next Wednesday at 2 p.m. here at Sirius XM, and then Thursday, Penn and Teller at 5:30 p.m. at the Village Underground. Go to @Bennington Show on Twitter. There's a link to request tickets. So just go to @Bennington Show on Twitter to request tickets to both Unmasked next week.
You know what I'm going to do? RT that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that right now.
If I knew how to RT, I'd RT it too. Did you find it, Earl?
It's in your email, bruh.
I can't.
So that's the first picture that was taken of the first flag.
I gotta admit, that one would not have gotten
Let me
famous.
see.
No, it's
Yeah.
not as good. Second photographer, much better.
That's
They also
why you
used
gotta
the
need to prep people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Marines
Like
were
that
gung-ho.
one guy, like, look on the left, like, he's just kind of like looking at it, like, yeah, pretty good. It's in good. You know what I mean? The other one, there was like
yeah,
action to the
everybody
moment.
is working together. They're fighting to
It's-
win.
yeah.
They look like we're gonna win this fucking war. Not this looks like.
And then, like,
Oh, you need a fucking rifleman to put up a flag.
and the rifleman just looks like, so it's like, who's he pointing that out?
And there's only one rifleman, Chuck Connors. Everybody else, I've never seen this picture.
Neither have I. I'm shocked.
Mark, you're on the Bennington Show.
Hi guys. Hey, do you remember when back at NEW when the fire alarm went off? Earl was supposed to make sure everyone was safe, and he was out on the sidewalk.
He was the fire marshal.
I was for that particular day I was, and I told everyone we need to leave the building. Some people just sat there like locks. And I was like, I got to keep moving. I got to go room to room.
But
Office.
you were at the bottom before you got the guys in the studio out.
Never leave a man behind, right?
Yes, but if that man behind does not want to leave because they think,
Who didn't want to leave?
I think it was the O&A. They were just
Do
kind
you
of like,
think it was?
I'm trying to.
come on.
It was
It's
so
because
long, I
they
don't
were in
remember.
the studio. They don't
No,
get
they
the
were-
alarm.
They were in the office. They were in their own office.
So you should have been able to get them out and onto the street, Earl. You blew
Well,
your
we're going to firemen's
responsibility.
carry them down?
That's what firemen do, and you were the safety officer.
Yeah.
They could have died in there.
They did.
Oh, God.
Now, here's what I worry about, Earl. You want to be the photojournalist of the next war, right? That's the dream job for you.
That would be a fantastic job to be,
Yeah. Now,
be in the, as they call it, the shit.
you want to be in shit?
What?
This is,
You won't even eat ass.
Here's my problem, Earl. How many times have I begged you to get a good unmasked picture?
you've always asked to get. I think I've shot some pretty
Not
good.
one
on
that we've ever put out. Not one that we ever released.
That's a
And
good
also,
point.
don't photographers take multiple pictures?
You do have to take
They
a
don't
lot
just
of
take
pictures.
one.
Yeah.
and go, got it.
I mean, like, you just hear the clicking nonstop.
It's a digital world, man. We don't have to like we're working with film
I didn't
here.
even think of that. You're
Yeah,
right. We
yeah.
don't even use film anymore.
He doesn't have to worry about film. He's got a memory card.
Are you worried about the price or the amount of memory?
Alex in Texas.
Ronnie, I remember you asked Earl to take a picture of what he thought was what would represent New York. And I remember he took a skyline picture, and he said that represented New York. And that was the worst photo ever.
It looked like Eddie
Earl,
Torres' picture.
You would get somebody killed in battle, Earl. You'd get somebody killed.
Because he'd had the flash on.
Here's the thing,
Yeah,
Earl.
you have the flash.
Yeah. You don't seem to have a lot of people believing that you could pull off this wartime photojournalist thing.
Yeah, doubt me all you will, and I can deliver. I will deliver.
I love that. I love the attitude. We're gonna put him in. What's that called when you put somebody in with the troops? You
Embedded.
Embed. Yeah, you're gonna be embedded. Get the real fucking story. This could go end up in Life magazine back in 1943.
Life?
Yeah.
We got life.
Here's Kevin. Kevin, what's up?
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Hey, first off, that was Mount Suribachi that they put the flag up on in Iwo Jima. So it was kind of a mountain.
All right.
But how can Earl not admire or want to be Brady from the Civil War, carrying around a great big giant camera and all them plates and...
Would you like to be like him, Earl?
I wouldn't want to lug all that gear around. It would slow me down.
There's a lot of people, and you move fast. You shoot fast. You
gotta move fast. A lot of action going on.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Look,
get shot.
I just want to hear
He's
somebody
fast,
who's
too,
going to
Tom.
back Earl up. You know.
Earl's
Here's Chuck from North Carolina.
Hey, Ronnie, didn't Earl take... I got two things. First thing, didn't Earl take some pictures of some girl that was there one time and get a hard on or something?
Oh yeah, he got a hard
Remember
on
that?
while he was taking pictures.
You got a boner while you're
Yeah.
taking someone's photo?
Zero recollection.
Yeah, he did.
That,
yes, he
porn
did.
star that you
And-
masturbated on.
Oh.
What was her
Yeah.
name?
Oh, Brie
And,
Olson.
and
I didn't shoot pictures
only
of her, though.
thing,
You shot goo all over her.
only,
And we heard the clicking.
only thing Earl knows about fire is he looks like he's been burnt. I'll see.
All right, that's not giving you the confidence. Earl, if you found out there was any way that you can go and shoot pictures, would you do it?
Absolutely.
Scott in Tennessee.
Earl, you're in luck, buddy. All you got to do is contact the USO. They'll fly you over there and everything. You just let them know you're going to give your services. You can take all the pictures you want. You can get attached with the Ranger Battalion, whoever infantry. Maybe you might want to stick with the mess hall. Been in combat. I don't think you're going to do too well, but you can get a hold of the USO. They'll gladly send you over there. They're begging for people.
That would be cool.
Summer vacation, Earl?
What about some mess hall
Yeah,
stuff?
beautiful this time of the year.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. You got real quiet on us, Earl.
I'm
You
down.
said you would go.
No, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
It seems like we can make this happen.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go.
All right, peace.
Well, I'm not going. I mean, you're
I
going
don't
to
want to go there. Earl, I bet Earl would get captured, and then he would fucking have to give up a bunch of fucking secrets, get tortured.
He doesn't know anything.
He'll
secret could you give up?
I bet he'll start making shit up just to get out of the torture, and he's gonna get people killed.
That's why torture doesn't work. That's what they say.
They don't even let him know any of the secrets at the Hard Rock. There was a story in the Post that they stopped work on the hotel, and I said, Earl, what's going on? They're putting in the Hard Rock Hotel, and now they stopped. And he goes like this. It was the first I'm hearing. I go, you work at the Hard Rock. They don't bring it up?
Be some hubbub.
Did you see that article?
I saw the article, and again, people I know on the corporate level, they didn't tell me anything, and I was
That's
asking.
not the fucking thing that we want to hear. If you're going to be the guy,
yeah.
You know?
But if the people directly involved aren't saying anything to you, how am I supposed to know?
Exactly.
You got to find these things out. That's what a photographer
I want you to be
does.
the guy behind the guy who's talking to the other guy. Not a guy who was like, don't tell that guy. That's the guy you are right now. Elliot in Ohio.
Hey, Earl's so bad that if he were in a war zone, he'd be friendly fire.
Frag.
And not just because he's black.
Despite it.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the fact that he's black. Earl, you ever worry about that, the friendly fire?
I mean, it seemed to have happened a lot, especially in Iraq, and it definitely happened. It happened more, I think, during the Gulf War. My brother
Yeah, but
told
do you
me some
worry
crazy
about that as a
stories.
wartime photographer?
Of course you do. You have to worry about it. You have to worry about getting shot, period. So it would be a concern, but I'd go dive in
But
it.
it wouldn't matter to you where the bullets came from.
Not
the
if
shot
you got
is a
the
shot.
shot he's looking for. What would be your perfect shot?
Oh,
I mean, if you could say, this is the shot I wish that I could take. You know what I mean? Just an imaginary fantasy shot.
I can't think of anything right off the
I'd
top
like
of my
to
head.
see you on top of the nuke, riding it down like Slim Pickens.
Oh,
and you're taking
yeah.
fucking pictures the whole way down.
That's a photographer.
Yeah. Or you get that shot like they're having this trial with a Navy SEAL in it right now, right? Well, apparently, cross the line. He goes, I never did that. You go like this. What about this picture of you executing a 5-year-old girl?
Oh my God! If you had that,
Now, why can I come up with better fantasy things
Yeah.
than the guy who's going to do it? I could see the perfect shot being lined up and Earl's eating fucking chips, not paying attention.
yeah, a good photograph could end a war.
Yes.
Like a father carrying the body of his child in the middle of the crosshairs.
Yeah, it's got to stop. You know what I mean?
Or crossfire, I think is the word I was looking for.
Yeah, crosshairs. Napalm Girl. Who wanted
Yes.
to be in a fucking war after Napalm Girl?
I wish Earl was with SEAL Team 6 and got a picture of Bin Laden before he got shot.
If he got shot.
Holy shit, dude.
Or you just see them giving Bin Laden a suitcase full of money, him lighting up a big cigar.
Earl, that
and
could be you.
Fucking changing his name, and Earl gets the shot.
Just wonder why they would allow that photographer there.
For posterity.
Hey, I didn't know. I thought he was with you. He wasn't with me. Carl in Philly. Carl.
Hey, Bennington's, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, I was at that Chris Kattan Unmasked a couple weeks ago, and Earl was taking so many fucking pictures, Chris had to tell him to knock the fuck off.
Chris Kattan or Chris Stanley?
No, Chris Stanley. It was so distracting, and Chris Stanley finally had to say to him, hey, Earl, knock it the fuck off.
Now, not only did not one of those pictures go out, I never even saw one of those pictures.
Yeah, I believe I saw some pictures that were taken by someone else who takes photographs in
the staff
But
photographer.
I don't think I saw any of Earl's photos. I saw a staff photo.
I was sitting behind Earl.
Yeah.
And I was seeing him. He was being distracting. But I was also seeing this viewfinder, and he was just zooming in on different parts of Chris Kattan. So I had to tap him to let him know this isn't what you should be doing, Earl.
All right, here's what I want to do. Because you got to be able to be fast to take a wartime picture, right, Earl? You're great. Now, look, you're already getting depressed.
Yeah, I'm annoyed because
I know.
Because first I'm taking too many. I don't take enough shots, and now I'm taking too many.
But I don't even see one. I don't know where these pictures go. Do you just have stacks of fucking unmasked pictures? I'd send Vito in here And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to get a shot. Okay, Earl? And I want this shot. Where's Vito at?
Vito's right here behind me.
Send him in to take Earl's place.
Go replace him, Vito.
Look how fast he is at this weight.
He's.
Look at that.
Oh, that's a big difference.
Yeah,
and
remember
also,
the clumping? you used
oh
to
my
make fun of?
God.
You run so smooth and nice.
You look like you're meant to run, like a body that's meant to move.
All right. Chris, I want you to have the timer ready to go. Earl, here's what I'm going to do. You have 3 minutes to get the ultimate Sirius XM shot. 3 minutes, and it can be of nothing in this studio. Now, I'm going to tell you when we're ready, and Chris is going to hit
ultimate
it. Sirius XM shot. Okay? The one that makes people go, oh, I get it. That's what Sirius XM is.
Yeah.
Is 3 minutes too long? Could you do it in 2?
3's okay.
And we start now.
Started. Timer started. It's under 3
Godspeed,
minutes. He's running.
Yeah, I think he's going to do good in the war the way he got it. Like he just heard there was an explosion.
Yeah.
That's the way he's going to leave.
Yeah.
Do you have any guesses of what he's going to take a photo of?
I think his own dick.
Something says it's the logo. It's going to be the logo.
Which one?
Any. It's just going to be a close-up of the logo.
I know a lot of times our social media has to say, where are the pictures? And it'll be hours after we've done it. He's like, I'm going through them.
Well, you can't rush an artist.
Remember when Lisa Traeger goes, you guys put too much thought into stuff, and she just clicks
She did.
and puts up. It's not art.
Yeah.
It's fucking social
Well,
media.
that's because she was putting the two of the guys in. I was like, oh, no, you don't want that in the background. And then we moved and we're like, oh, that's bad lighting. And she's just like, you guys are taking this too seriously. I
Yeah.
just want two guys standing next to each
But
other.
she gets it. It's about content. It's puke.
Right.
It's not.
If we would have thought about it more, I would have won that thing because I feel like my hair is much better.
You blame Lisa Traeger then?
I'm blaming Lisa Traeger.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You think if the lighting was hitting your hair right?
The only thing I like about it is her audience that voted, not ours.
Right.
So that was like, there was a purity. There
Yeah.
was no, oh, this guy did that or that guy did this before.
Right.
It was just hair.
I mean, if we
How
would've
much
put it
time
up-
has Earl been gone?
Earl has been gone. He has 1.5 minutes, halfway through.
It goes fast, right?
Oh, shit.
I'm seeing him eating an orange down there.
God damn it, Earl.
He must already have his shot.
He stopped for an orange.
It's just going to be a picture of pretzel rods.
That actually, I think, would be good. I would be like, yeah.
Now,
this
the
does
one
sum it
thing
up.
that could work to his advantage, there might be something big going on in
Right.
in the fishbowl right now.
He's got 1 minute left.
Man, I think Lady Gaga's here today.
Shit.
That would be
Yeah.
good. If he could get that.
If he gets her putting on her makeup, like
God.
one of those
Right.
mirrors with the light bulbs all around it, you know?
This is
He
exciting.
would have
I
to go
just-
to the women's bathroom for that.
Yeah. And it's like the calm before the storm, he calls it. Because that's the other thing. He has to give us the slug line.
Right, he does need that. Or, untitled, depending.
Maybe if he gets like 2 staff members making out, that could be a good one too.
I don't know if it sums up the whole company.
I've never
but-
seen 2 staff members making out. I don't know if that represents it.
Maybe it's like Denny and Rob
You know how
Cross.
serious XM is.
Yeah.
It's a fucking makeout sesh.
20 seconds.
I think if that were even true, now you can't miss your deadline either. That's a fucking thing.
I'm going to send Matt to just
This
cut him
is-
off.
Wait, is that Earl in the sway?
I think he's in sway right now.
Look
I
at
see
that shadow. Get a picture of that. Of Earl's shadow in sway in shade 45.
Go take. If he was able to infiltrate shade 45,
Or is it just another? Is his time up?
his time's way up. He's 15 seconds over.
You can't do that.
No, that's not the point.
Yeah.
Send him a text. Did he need to be told when 3 minutes was up?
He doesn't know what's going on.
This thing already is not going to
No,
count.
he didn't. Right now, his editor is going, Earl, God damn it.
Yeah, it's going to be the guy from Spider-Man.
J. Jonah Jameson?
Everybody loves that guy. And it's always a bad character, even for fucking years.
Yeah.
And it's a ripoff of the fucking Superman guy.
Yeah.
He had an
Oh,
editor screaming at him.
Oh yeah. For some reason, I thought that was the same guy, and
I know people do that all the time.
Yeah.
I never liked Spider-Man, I'll be honest.
You're from Queens. You should love Spider-Man.
He's from Flushing, though. It sucks. I'm from the good part of Astoria.
Dude,
Anywhere else?
If I had one fucking superhero who just lived in my state, I would have been proud.
Right, here
You know,
comes-
like you would be like Lansdowne. That's too far.
Come on.
Taking his time.
Earl, you missed your deadline.
Yeah, I mean, you missed almost a minute, but
Over a minute. It's 4 minutes, 24
That's
seconds.
25% fucking over. Okay. Did you get the picture you
I
love?
didn't get the shot I like. I didn't get a shot that I
Well, let's see what you got.
what'd you come up with?
There was a gentleman doing an exclusive performance, and I didn't like the shot at all.
Let me see it.
That guy actually looks like he works here.
Yeah, that was something anybody could have taken with their phone. And that's the only shot you took?
Yeah, because a couple of studios had the curtains drawn, and then and then there were.
I don't know. Only one studio has curtains, and it's this one.
There was something else going on in the hall.
What don't you like about this shot?
The glare from the window.
But how about even him? How would that represent SiriusXM?
Because there's a lot of exclusive performances that happen here.
But that doesn't say it with that picture.
That's why I said I'm not happy with it.
But you had 3 minutes to get something you're happy with.
Hey, what
dude.
25 minutes, 25%
Yeah,
over?
yeah.
4 minutes. Now, you know how long 4 minutes is in a war, Earl?
Someone could be dead in
Yeah.
4 minutes.
A lot of people
Multiple.
could be dead.
Bleed
Yeah.
out.
You lost this war, Earl. This is a FUBAR situation.
You know what your war is against, Earl? Your own apathy. And you're losing.
You gotta care.
Of course I care.
Care about what, Earl? A guy fucking strumming on a guitar that nobody's
But there's
ever
nothing
seen.
else going on. What do you expect me to do?
Rod.
We expect you to get the shot.
Matt just told me that wasn't even a performer. That was a guitar tech tuning the guitar.
Dude, you can't get
Matt just said that.
Oh, Earl, our new... Earl, come back. He quits.
I'm all tight.
I mean,
he could have done this yesterday. It would have been fine. I think it's okay.
I don't think he's coming back.
He didn't go to the office.
I think he's coming back. He's fine. Honestly, I think it was that thing that Chris said that really put him over the edge.
What was that?
When he said you lost this war. And that's when I could see he got upset.
Yeah.
I sent Matt. I'm texting him. He hasn't responded.
Maybe it
tell
was-
Matt he went to the left. I don't know if Matt should be the one chasing.
I don't feel like they have the relationship you think they do, Chris. I mean, they should be you.
Why would that be the thing that made him so mad?
Actually, now that I think, just a moment before, it's when you said Matt said it was a guitar tech. So,
Yeah.
he said Matt said it was a guitar tech. Then I said Matt said that. Then there was some laughter and then an explosion.
We just got these new mic stands and Earl slapped one.
Slapped it good. Luckily, these are heavy duty.
Left.
He left?
It looked like Earl walked out of the building with his backpack.
Chris, if anybody knows what's going through his mind right now, it's you.
Chris, you need to be the one to
Yeah.
go get him.
I will go
Chris,
get him.
this is a Stanley problem.
Yes, it is. I agree.
Come on, dude.
Get a hold of Hard Rock Johnny.
That's probably where he'd go.
Yeah.
In a moment of stress.
And Johnny knows what goes down.
Vito, I've never felt like you've had a cooler head than I do now. A lot of people crack under pressure, but not you.
I found this pill under my chair. And I'm really excited about it.
What was it?
I found this pill under my chair where Chris sits.
What is that? Oh my God! It's probably one of those blue
Blue chews.
Blue chews.
What color is that?
Dude, this is mescaline.
Is it really?
Yeah. Don't put your prints on it. I'm gonna call fucking CSI.
Oh my God.
Let's get a hold of Johnny, and John will be the one who traces him down.
Shouldn't have slapped the mic though. I mean, that was.
This hasn't happened since the XM days. This used to be the best part of his day.
I know, but that specific moment might have been worst part.
It's like he had PTSD, but he never even went to the war.
Right?
I mean, this
He's
whole
already
thing was
suffered.
about
Yeah.
not cracking under pressure. I mean, that's
gotta-
the part that is the best here.
This show should be easier than any wartime photography.
Definitely
But
is.
you know what? You see, like, that's what gets him mad. Like, this is his passion, photography.
Right.
This is, in the back of his mind, this is how he sees himself. And we mocked it.
Yeah. But I think that we were setting him up to do a good job. I mean, it seemed like
We were giving him pressure to get him ready for, when things get rough. You can't make it easy for him if he wants to be wartime guy.
Well, how long did he last? Almost a year? A little less than a year.
Yeah.
It's not bad for Earl.
I think that once he and Chris reconcile, he'll be back in here shortly.
This is the thing. You don't think I've had plenty of bad days? I've never walked out in my career. I've never said in my entire career, this is so hard, I'm leaving.
Yeah, me either.
My career's a little longer.
True. True.
And I've had people physically die on the show, on the air. Johnny not taking our calls?
No word from Johnny, and I tried calling Earl, and he is not answering me. I'm trying to find Johnny. I'm going to text him.
Who's that actress he's friends with?
Barkin?
Yeah, Ellen Barkin.
Tweet at her. Maybe she can reach out to him.
Seems like the only thing we can do right now. I don't know. Did he ever leave at XM, Chris?
He did once. I remember this because I had to chase him down out of the studio over at 57th Street, and I chased him into a train station, but he was back the next day.
Why don't you chase him down this time?
Yeah, I mean, why?
You just sent
I'm on the
Matt
board.
after him.
I'm on the board.
Matt could run the board.
Not yet.
Now you can't go to your other meeting you wanted to go to.
You're stuck here, dude.
I guess I'll be calling. I'll be a calling meeting.
Calling meeting.
Hi, I'd like to set up a calling meeting with you. I know I'm getting too technical. I believe it's called a calling meeting.
Maybe he just went to get a picture.
No.
That would be great, actually, if we came back and we were like, "Oh my god!"
But it wouldn't be a serious XM picture because he left the building.
It might be. It might still be.
Hey, Ethan, what's up?
Hey, Ron and Fez. I think you guys are being too hard on Earl. He's a great photographer. He's just there before he needs to be. He would have gotten iconic shots like when we were getting ready to land on the moon, or an empty crosswalk before the Beatles were on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm concerned.
I could try to call him too.
Go ahead.
We
Yeah.
sit next to each other.
I
You
sent
feel
him,
like you have a good
I
relationship
think
with him?
of the two of you, who do you think is closer with Earl? I know Chris has the history with him, but
I mean, Earl constantly talks to me about sports and stuff, even when the time's not good. So I think me and him have a pretty good relationship. I'm gonna give him a call.
Especially with tonight, right? Tonight's a draft.
Tonight's a draft. Maybe I can invite him to watch it with me.
Start with that.
yeah, just be like, no,
Start with
this
the
is the
draft.
He sent me the voicemail.
Is line 12, Johnny?
Yes, it is.
All right, let me go to him. Johnny.
Bennington's.
No. Earl's missing.
No.
You're the only guy that can talk to him, Johnny. He won't take Chris's calls. We had a bad situation here where Earl tried to take a picture.
And it's the same picture twice.
No, it was supposed to be something that represented Sirius XM. He took a picture of a guitar tech, and we all laughed about it. And we're,
It's hard to explain, but it was a setup to see if he would be good for wartime photography.
Which he was willing to do. He wanted to go to the USO.
He said he was,
Yeah, I heard.
he seemed really into the idea. We did give him time constraints of 3 minutes, which he didn't make. So
That's
that
our
put,
fault.
yeah, we should have at least given him 5.
Now, Johnny,
Can I try
you
to call
know
him?
that you've always been our dog, the bounty hunter.
Yes. Yep. I've always tried to be that for you.
Put the hound dog on it.
Could you pull this off by the end of the show today? Could you get Earl back in the studio before the end of the show today?
I think I can try that.
Not try, dog. You got to be able to pull it off.
All right.
You've got 2 hours now.
He's gonna crack.
We just set it up.
Johnny ran out of the Hard Rock.
At least I got more than 5 minutes. I'm good. I will accept this mission.
Yeah. Now, Johnny, one of the things you could say to him is he's not allowed back in the Hard Rock until he comes back to Sirius XM. 'Cause he might have
I don't know
think
if
that
I
he
can-
broke the new microphone stand.
Tell him I was able to put the mic back on
Yeah.
the stand. Everything looks good.
Here's
Say this
another
is
thing.
still fixable.
In my entire career, I've never hit the equipment. And yet I've seen people who work here do that time and time again.
All of this stuff seems expensive to me,
Yes.
so I wouldn't use this as a prop for my anchor.
He's a little angry at guys sometimes.
But if I did, I would just stand up on this chair and then belly flop down on the console.
That would be
And
great.
That's what I would do.
All right, Johnny, you got to be able to pull this off. You're the dog, the bounty hunter.
You're going to
All
do
right?
this, Johnny. We're counting on you.
Who's the man now,
I'm on
dog?
I'm on it.
Dog
Woof.
pound. All right. Bye.
Bye.
I feel better now that Johnny's involved.
I felt good about Matt, but Matt wouldn't even get on the fucking elevator with him.
I guess Helen from Toronto really got to him the other day.
Well, her name wasn't Helen, and that was insanity that you would even say that was.
Yeah.
Chris, have you heard anything?
I've heard nothing yet.
Do you kind of feel bad that Johnny picked up what you wouldn't?
I do feel bad. I didn't want Earl to storm out of the studio. He was being very braggadocious about his abilities for wartime photography.
I always said that he could do it, though.
I know, and I said he wasn't able to. I think Johnny can get him back, though. I think he can.
Is that E back on that other line?
Trying him from that line.
Well, you got to stop trying to call. You got to leave the line open now for
Yeah.
Johnny.
Oh no, that Johnny has a different number. There's 2 different numbers.
Oh, he's got his own hotline. I like that.
No answer.
Yeah, he's not going to answer you.
I just thought if I call from a different number, he might answer.
But he's just like, this could be someone else.
I can start talking Chinese and try to fool him, and then put him on the air.
It's a rough one. All right. Hey, 2 Unmasked coming up, and Chris can tell you how to get tickets to either.
Anthony Jeselnik Unmasked, that's happening next Wednesday at 2 p.m. here at the SiriusXM studios. And then Thursday is Penn and Teller Unmasked at 5:30 at the Village Underground. At the Village Underground, that's 5:30. And then go to our Twitter account at Bennington Show for the link to request tickets. And if you're on the Bennington email list, check your spam and promotion folders because you would have gotten an email.
All right, we're going to break. Gail, are you...
I am going to go pump. I hope that Earl is back by the time I am.
Yeah, I'm not saying that happened. We'll be right back in a moment. Keep it up. Earl is missing, and we need all eyes on him. If anybody here has any hacking stuff or whatever they can do. Hack into the satellite
Hack the
system.
planet.
Yeah. See if we can't watch Earl go around somewhere. Stop every subway line. I'm pretty sure he's probably on a train. Right back, Bennington.
Welcome back to Bennington. And Paul Morrisey's in studio.
Yeah, Paul Morrisey.
Paul's performing tomorrow night at the Emlyn Theater in Mamaroneck, New York, and Saturday night at the Newtown Theater in Newtown, New Jersey. Go to paulhasawebsite.com for tickets and all of Paul's dates. And you can listen to the Come to Papa podcast with Tom Papa and Paul Morrisey on Apple Podcasts, and Come to Papa Live on Sirius XM Channel 94.
And we have a spy report.
Spy report. Earl has been spotted downstairs.
By Paul. You're not
Morris.
supposed to jump in on it. You just say spy report because we don't have the thing. But what exactly happened, Paul?
Well, see, I was in Iraq last year, so I am trained in wartime. So I just happened to be listening to the show, and I see a very lonely Earl Douglas sitting in the square.
Oh my God! Now, did you try to retrieve him, or did you just?
I did. It started raining pretty hard, and so when he went inside, I tried to talk to him a little bit. He said he was leaving.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, I'm doing the show. You shouldn't leave.
Yeah.
And then he started talking about the Yankees or something. So I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to go
Good.
see if he's still down there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
He looked like he wanted somebody to come get him.
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to reach out like that.
Sometimes.
Oh, God. He just ran so
That was
loudly.
And also the weirdest body. I mean, he has such a peculiar way about his
I thought
body.
that was the construction. That was him running.
That was
Oh,
Chris
I didn't
Stanley
see
running.
behind.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the knees for that impact.
Maddie, the intern's on the board in there. Maddie, don't touch anything.
Don't touch. You're just there to sit in case of emergency.
Yeah.
Um.
And if you see any
You
of
can't
the-
hear us? Oh, you
Oh,
can
he
hear
can
us,
hear
but he
us.
doesn't even know how to
He doesn't know how to
press
turn the
button.
mic on.
Could you even? All right.
Following him.
Earl's back.
Here, Earl, take this mic.
Earl,
Here, come here. Take this mic. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I've
come
got to
around
leave.
the
No,
side.
I'll give him my spot.
No. Yeah, take Gail's mic. She'll go around
Yeah,
the
yeah.
side.
Here.
But we just want to make sure that you're okay, buddy. You got a little mad today?
Yeah.
Okay, you right now?
Yeah.
Let me just apologize for everybody. I do think you would be a good war photojournalist. And a lot of people said that he would not make it as a wartime photojournalist. I changed my mind when I saw you leave.
All right, I don't know what's going on, but
Just exactly that. There's certain things that you can tease people about.
Okay.
But when you tell them they would never make it as a wartime photojournalist, they get mad. Which person made you the maddest, Earl?
No, this is a combination of things.
Yeah.
I'm just a raw nerve right now about a lot of things.
I'm glad that you're okay, though.
I just need some space.
where are you
Yeah.
from?
Here.
New York
Yeah.
City?
Yeah.
Did you go to PS something?
P.S. something.
That's my standard question. That's my standard question I ask anybody.
Hey, Earl, I just want to know, am I the one responsible for bringing you back? No, please.
you gotta
Give me a little
We would
credit.
have found them without you. You were the spotter.
I ran in on.
Yeah. And if we were like, if there was like, even Herb Rock Johnny couldn't find you.
No,
huh?
I shut the phone off.
Yeah.
I shut the phone off. I just needed space.
Well, you know what? I mean, the thing is, we all need space, but when you only work 3 hours a day, it seems like that's the one time you can't take a break.
I mean, the thing is, we're never far from space. Is the
Yes,
good thing.
that's true. Satellite. Now, was it Chris? Is that the one that set you off?
I mean, I'm so out of my head right now. I don't even
Yeah.
know. I don't
Was it
even-
me? Was
my,
it the-
my,
It can't be Fran. It can't be Fran.
Yeah.
that laugh that did you in.
But you went to the wrong part of the building if you're depressed, though. You were
No,
at
I
the
just
bottom.
went- I was headed towards the subway.
I wanted to talk you off a ledge. That's what I was hoping to do.
Not up a building.
Yeah. He's going to jump up.
Get up there.
He went to the basement.
I was headed towards the subway station.
But did I help at least, or did
No,
I freak
saw
you out?
I noticed the Nielsen shirt.
Yes, and
I
that
knew you would appreciate that.
that got him
actually.
smiling too. So
The other funny thing is, it was our first day with this new setup, these new things, and you smacked one of them. We had
The
to
new
have
mic.
engineering come in.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Luckily, it does seem like it's still intact, but there was a scary moment that I thought
Yeah.
the new mics. The brand new mic.
Gail. It's completely conscientious.
But I'm glad you're back, Earl. What did Chris say to you that got you back upstairs?
Like I said, like when I get into that place, I stay there. And
Yeah.
just like again, I'm out of my head right now.
Yeah, I understand. I get it. Well, I'm glad that you're okay.
He's nodding in agreement, sort of, through the
Well,
window.
I went downstairs after we got the spy report from Paul, and I went to all of Earl's favorite places. I went to the Subway. I went to the Chipotle. I tried to find. I found him in the lobby of the building.
Yeah, walk back into the building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
so
we didn't.
what? You walked back into the building.
It's
and
not a
stayed
big
in the
deal.
lobby.
It's a
We were all worried.
But he was looking for somebody to come bring him back, and you did that.
Yeah.
Did you go to the steam room too? Look at this guy sweating in
Look,
there.
I'm overweight, Paul. Okay, and so it's muggy outside. All right,
Yeah.
and I'm running into a Subway.
Easy. I don't want you to have a stroke or a heart attack.
Thank you, Ron.
Everybody stays where they are.
Right.
Okay, doing this.
I'm really happy.
Yeah. Vito, you're the next person to quit. There's no doubt about it. We're
I'm
going
not
around the
doing
thing.
it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.